Have just put up on a giant screen the picture of the UK men's
sponsor here with the University of Kentucky Athletics. Rob, back to you.
Thanks, Christy. And you see the UK band coming out onto the floor. And Kyle, they have let some of the students.
Or whatever they had the nickname for that team. So a lot of excitement, a lot of new players, but also on top of that, the brand.
Also brought to you by Kentucky's Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, Golden Corral, Arby's.
And the faithful on their feet. Let's throw it over to Rob Romley, who'll take us home. Robert?
Well, it will be Campbellsville in the first exhibition game coming up on Monday evening. And
Nurses Registry, S&S Tire, Be Dry.
They're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster. And so by playing someone like North Carolina plays Vandy, you get a better feel of guys your size.
By Papa John's Pizza, better ingredients, better pizza. And by Shelter Insurance.
58-22.
By the Whitaker Bank Corporation, uniquely Kentucky. By
On Friday, well over 24,000 set a record for an opening night at Rupp Arena, and it looks like every bit
Doing it some different ways, making a three-point shot, also a transition layup, 3-on-2 fast break. So giving Kentucky a little bit of their own medicine.
out right there. And at the end of that play, when they had to call the timeout, I like Charlie Coles, the veteran coach from Miami, immediately called his second 30-second timeout. And I'm sure John Calipari is just as anxious to see that defensive play of the game.
Three-point shots or extra points or wide-open threes from some of their opponents. But again, you got to give Miami credit. Really bad. It could have been
Early in the season because, you know, John Calipari knew what set he wanted to go to and probably who he wanted to go to when he was at Memphis. But not only are these players learning him, he's still learning them as well.
right. Plus the players now getting
the better ingredients, better pizza. And by Shelter Insurance for your auto, home, and life. Arby's, Glen Auto Mall, St. Joseph Health System, Community Trust, Nurses Registry, S&S Tire, Be Dry.
Their lesson, we'll find out when they tip it off.
This game is being brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment. By Ford, visit your Kentuckiana Ford dealer today. Ford, drive.
And a good competitive game early on, Kyle. Not only did the Cats come out and look ready to play as their coached abilities, and I think you saw it right there in that two-man game with Bledsoe and Wall. They've got the unselfishness to really play that up and down kind of game.
by that is understanding when you have a fast break situation as they did the last possession, going ahead and attacking, scoring, trying to finish. If it's not there, don't dribble in.
Ingredients, better pizza. And by Shelter Insurance for your auto, home, and life. Seek shelter today.
Dave Baker, Rob Romley saying so long from Rupp Arena.
University of Kentucky Wildcat Basketball was brought to you by
6. I don't think that's a surprise because when you're matched up against mid-majors, typically
Big man on this Kentucky team, you really want to sprint the floor and keep your hands up and find the ball because there's a real good chance if you're running hard, you're going to get a chance to get it and finish it.
at one point in our game, and it was early, Ryder led ever trailed the rest of the way, romping to their fourth win of the year again without a loss. The final was 92-63. Well, Mr. Bromley, you're going to have a lot of fun covering this basketball team this year.
between UNC Asheville and the Kentucky Wildcats, ranked 5th in the country from Freedom Hall. And a pleasant good evening, everybody. I'm Dave Neal. The scene for you when we come back to Freedom Hall in Louisville. Wildcats taking their show on the road, just down the road from Lexington. We're in Louisville, Kentucky at Freedom Hall, hosting the
Forwards that I think are the best tandem perhaps in the country, and Deshaun Butler and Devin.
7:52 to play in the half. Hope your holidays are off to a great start. I know a lot of folks already getting away from work and heading out to their holiday destinations. Hope you're
early on. They're hoping that number 13 is not unlucky. We're back with the starting lineups right after this.
It's time for our UK Healthcare Update and the new
By the Whitaker Bank Corporation, uniquely Kentucky. Papa John's Pizza, better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. And
Manifesting itself on the boards.
Take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by Crystal. Nothing like it. 57% with those 57 points for Kentucky, just 23% for the Hogs. Rebounding battle going Kentucky's way. Virtually everything going Kentucky's way. Well, Kara Capuano, moments ago, I hear you talk to Arkansas head coach John Pelfrey.
Kentucky is connected right now, that's for sure, and have been throughout the entire first half. Huge lead over.
Will they get out hustled? No, they did not. Will they stay together and play together? Yes, they did. And what?
KFC. Our matchup from the SEC West.
Carolina and at Tennessee last week. They have clinched their 44th all-time.
Whitberry and Joe will have our halftime festivity.
This game has kept them in it. And if you're Kentucky right now, you've been going to your set plays about the last 3 or 4 minutes.